There it is. That's where she went. Wasted angel. What the guess we just go that way. We gotta go get Jolene back. I stopped and checked the recording. Wasted angel. She awaits us there. We can finally get her back. Then she can watch me turn into a ghoul, I guess. Nobody here? Okay. Bunch of trash. Some people here. Hello? Scavenger? Another scavenger? Okay. Providence Park. There we go. Nice. Your name's just Hussy?
Looking for a good time?
I'd rather not.
Suit yourself.
Okay. And Jolene, right there, right up. Well, Jolene.
Ready for another round, partner?
Yeah, let's go.
Good. I was looking forward to some thrilling heroics today.
Bye-bye.
See you around, partner.
There we go. Donovan, Charlie, Drunk Man. Your name is Drunk Man.
What is it?
What are you eating there?
Spider meat, I think. I probably should have asked before I started eating it.
What's your story?
My story? Oh, do I have a story for you? You ever hear that song? What was it? Alabama Blue?
Big Iron?
No, Alabama Blue. Weren't you listening? Long time ago, there were two men, a sheriff and a bandit. They were big men in a small town, a little nothing north of the Bleeder Sanctuary, nothing but wasteland and tribals for miles. Now, this bandit, he was a mean son of a bitch. Maybe even meaner than Kassar. If he wasn't getting high, he was raping and killing. The sheriff weren't blind to this, of course, but there weren't much he could do about it. The bandit was too strong, and the sheriff's deputies always came back in coffins. Closed coffins. Then, one day, the bandit decides to get back at the sheriff and kill his wife. He did that, and killed all the other girls in town, too. The sheriff had had enough, and killed the bandit's gang. The bandit, like the coward he was, ran off into the wastes. The sheriff followed, and made an oath. that he would not stop hunting that bandit until the day he died. That bandit's name is Daniel White, and wouldn't you know it, he just happens to be in the frontier. Now, the sheriff learned a long time ago not to send people to their deaths. But you just might be able to do what the sheriff can't do. Give this story an ending.
And what do I get out of this?
The sheriff's a sentimental guy, like Alabama blues. He has his ripper from the old days, a ripper he'd only part with when Way was dead. Course, Way also gotta have something on him. You're welcome to that.
And what was the sheriff's name?
The sheriff had a name a long time ago. He forgot that, though. He forgot a lot of things.
How'd you end up in the Wasted Angel?
When I came here, I was just looking for some R&R before I went after Way. Then I looked in a mirror and realized I was in no shape to take him on. I've been wallowing in my sorrow ever since. Till you came along, anyway.
Yeah, I'll give the story a good ending.
There's no good ending to this story. We passed that a long time ago. Come back when the deed's done. I'll get things ready for you.
Okay.
Hey there, kid. Sit, relax, and have a drink or two.
Do you know anyone who might want to tag along? Okay, let's...
You see that guy in the corner there, drinking his ass off? Maybe hard to believe, but he used to be a merc. Pretty good one at that. His name is Donovan. Maybe he could put you in contact with one of his old pals.
Don't you ever worry about becoming feral?
Don't you worry about lead poisoning? Or manners?
Sometimes.
Welcome back.
How were old world restaurants different from ones now?
The ones I frequented were more refined than this place, that's for damn sure. Coq au vin, duck confit, filet mignon. Those were the days. People used to flock to little diners and family restaurants too for French fries, hamburgers, heroes, and other greasy spoon delicacies. Naturally, I only stopped in to donate my photo and sign autographs, not to dine on such low-caliber fare. That gives me an idea. There was this old fast food joint, Atomic Sands,
I've been there.
that made radiation-roasted hamburgers. Mind you, I would never be caught dead in a place like that, but I still recall the commercials and lines outside. If I could replicate those burgers, I could finally put a hurt on the competition around here. As a ghoul, using radiation to cook the patties won't even tickle. Tell you what, you get me the recipe, and we'll serve 'em here. I'll also throw in 400 caps.
Ew.
See you soon. Charlie's Brown.
The Burger Coin.
Welcome back.
That's a new one. About P-Town Radio?
Well, let's see. P-Town Radio, Portland's last bastion of upcoming starlets and has-been actors. We played the hits before they became hits, banking on fresh faces to make us rich. It seldom worked. My show, Champagne with Charlie, was by far the biggest draw, and the station manager, Mr. Benson, knew it. I got my own private office, and our program manager, Julie, moved in with the pencil pushers and bean counters. The place was purchased a year after the train stopped running at the station across the street. Benson got it real cheap because of the location. A good deal turned the cheapskate on like nothing else.
Yeah,
I only wish a fella would have looked at me the way he stared at his pocket
Okay, back
change.
down. Had to stand up for a bit. Stretch the legs, I guess. I could head to P-Town and recover your things.
Well, I would appreciate it. Fair warning, though. The place always had a dark tinge to it. Late at night, I swore I used to hear and see things. Rumor has it that an ingenue singer, Gracie Grant, died of a heart attack during a recording session there. Drugs and alcohol were involved, naturally. The staff swore her soul stayed behind to finish her album. I'm not one to believe that nonsense, but I can't ignore the strange things I saw. Once, I think, I even saw Gracie wandering the halls. Anyways, enough tickling your fear. Find my things and there will be a reward in it for you.
Okay. Goodbye, Charlie.
Later, kid.
Glory days. Donovan.
What are you looking at?
You Donovan? I'm looking for someone to travel with. I was told you could help me.
That's so. Yeah, I might know someone. But I think I need another glass to refresh my memory.
Sure. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh boy! Did that go down smoothly? What are we talking about again?
Can you point me to someone who could accompany me in my travels?
Wish I could, kid. But I burned all britches when I left the job. Ain't nobody left from that life who'd even look at me.
And you? I hear you can hold your own back in the day. Got some fight left in you?
Look at me. Is this the kind of person you want watching your back?
I'm going to take anyone. Something tells me you'd be fine. Yeah, something tells me you'd be fine.
Your gut telling you that? It doesn't matter. I'm done with all that.
Why'd you leave the job?
Gotta say, you're showing an awful lot of interest in me. What's your game here?
What, I can't ask a couple questions without having ulterior motives?
I don't know. In my experience, people really don't give a damn what you have to say. Unless they got some kind of personal stake in it. But alright. Why'd I leave the job, you ask? Let's just say it was leading me down a path I didn't care for very much.
Can you elaborate?
Sure I can. Don't want to, though.
What if I tell you my story?
I'm all ears.
Tell them about the Benny. Yeah, sure.
Whoa. If that's true, you got quite a story right there. Guess it's my turn now, huh? Alright. See, my old man was a merc. One of the best. Taught me every trick of the trade. So it only made sense that I put those skills to good use. I never really liked doing it, though. Young fool that I was. In the beginning, I thought I could just work on a protection detail or something. Only for good, honest people. Keep it clean, you know. Doesn't work that way, though.
What do you mean?
Well, you just can't afford to be too choosy about the jobs you take. Not unless you want to starve to death. So you start making compromises, one after another. Till one day you wake up and you realize you're too far gone. You've lost yourself.
Is that what happened to you?
Uh-huh. And when Dan came along, well, that was the last straw.
Dan?
Yeah, merchant of sorts. Some poor bastard owed him caps, so Dan hired me and one other merc to go with him and teach the guy a lesson. I figured we'd only trash his place a bit, maybe rough him up a little, standard stuff. But the idiot fought back, and, well, but shit like that happens sometimes, you know. I've seen it go down 100 times before.
So what was it about this one that made you quit?
See, the man had a wife and 2 sons. They weren't in the house when we got there. The wife and the younger boy caught us on the way out. If they'd only come 2 minutes later. 'Cause Dan was gonna get his money's worth one way or the other. He grabbed the wife. The other merc caught the kid. Told me to get a rope. But I just stood there. Told me again. I turned around and I walked away. I didn't help him do it, but sure as hell didn't do anything to stop him either.
Stupidity, Joe. I should have stopped him.
Yeah, shoulda.
So that's why you're drinking yourself into oblivion?
I tried, you know. I tried real hard to leave it all behind me. Pretend it never happened. But if you got a shred of decency in you, all the shitty things you do are bound to come back to haunt you. Sooner or later. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, you killed. I could tell that much. It ever keep you up at night?
I only kill those who have it coming, so no. Sometimes, taking a life is no small thing, even if most people treat it like it is. Not at all. I sleep like a baby. I don't want to talk about it. And me in this game, I've only, well, in real life I haven't killed anyone. But I've only killed people who've had it coming. Let's go with sometimes.
Yeah. You're really something else. You know that. And I mean that as a compliment.
What exactly happened to the man's family in the end?
What do you think? From what I've been told, at least the boy died quickly. The woman wasn't so lucky. I don't know where the older son was at the time or what happened to him after all that. Nothing good, I'd imagine.
That's rough, but I'd figure stuff like this comes with being a mercenary. You'll never be able to close the door unless you atone for what you did. If it bothers you that much, maybe you need to, I don't know, make amends or whatever.
And how am I supposed to do that?
Maybe try to find and help out the other son somehow, or just put yourself at his mercy. Find Dan and end the bastion. How about you help the son?
If he's still alive, you mean? Nah, doesn't work that way, kid. Nothing can undo what I've done.
Well, you gotta do something. You won't be able to keep this up for much longer.
Huh. Maybe you got a point. I guess I should go try to find the boy. Try to get some kind of closure. Even if it comes at muzzle velocity. Yeah. I've got to do this.
What do you intend to say to him, if he's still alive?
Hell if I know.
I'll come with you.
You'd do that? Yeah. All right. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have company. We'll go to the old boy's house then. I don't know if he's still there, if he's even alive for that matter, but we gotta start somewhere. But not just yet. Should probably wait till the booze wears off. The fiver should help speed things up.
Do you say a fiver? Fixer. Do you want a fixer? Oh, we got 3 people. Nice. Fucking sick. Oh, what was that? Letter of complaint. I will not be returning.
You look like a real patriot.
Who are you?
You're talking to Josiah Zurich, better known as the Emperor. I led the 1st Brigade through the Brotherhood War. I was promoted to general upon its conclusion, and followed Blackthorne and his men to the frontier. I've been here ever since.
What's the Emperor doing on a dive like this?
I'm here because of Blackthorne. As a general, I was unmatched. The Legion fell like leaves before my men. Eventually, we confronted the main force outside of a place called Salttown. Blackthorne ordered me back, wanted me to retreat. This was a few days after Brighttown. Blackthorne thought I was going to start another massacre, like that idiot Parker. I ignored his order and charged ahead. We defeated the force with minimal civilian and military casualties, but it wasn't enough. I was removed from my command and put on indefinite leave.
Or even part of the NCR anymore?
Of course, I would never leave it behind. I have no command, though, and no assignment. I can either waste my time on base or here. I choose the latter.
Why are you called the Emperor?
It was an insult from my men. They thought I was too authoritative, too arrogant. I wore it as a badge of pride.
Patriot for what?
The New California Republic, of course. The greatest nation on this irradiated
They don't like me.
earth.
They don't like me. NCR will fall. It's inevitable. I want to call it great. Raise a glass to freedom.
To freedom!
There you go. Later.
Yeah, one of the biggest mistake of their lives. Firing their best general. Whatever.
All right, bro. Okay, bro.